So, hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome to another College Spotlight. Before I get started today, I want to thank NACAC for giving us the opportunity to share some of our resources to our small town students. So, today's College Spotlight is going to be over at Kansas State University. So, my name is Antonio Vega, and I have my colleague Kelsey Corrigan with me today. We're both admissions representatives at Kansas State University. So, today I'm going to be going over more of the concrete facts about K State, while Kelsey's going to be sharing more of the student experience here at K State. So, just to give you guys a brief introduction, Kansas State University is a 4-year public Division I school located in Manhattan, Kansas, otherwise known as the Little Apple. We have an undergraduate population of 17,210. 25% of our students are first-generation college students. We have 3,530 students of color. 22% of our student population are Pell Grant eligible. Our 5 most popular majors, which is really hard to narrow down because we have so many, but those would include biology, which is the largest undergraduate major in the College of Arts and Sciences, animal sciences, business, mechanical engineering, and finance. Our graduation rate in 6 years is 64.8%. And one important thing to note about K-State is that we're the first fully functioning land-grant institution. So basically what that means is that we're the first institutions to make education accessible for everybody. So going into some of the brag stats about K-State, so if you look at the bottom right of your screen, you'll see that we are in the top 4 for best town-school relationships, and we have the #1 happiest students according to the Princeton Review. So I can attest to those statistics because I absolutely loved my undergraduate experience so much that I had to come work for the university and be the one sharing all the goods with prospective students. So going up to the top, we do have a overall student population of 22,000 plus, which is on the smaller end of a big Division I school, but that plays to its advantages. So that'll lead me to my next point, that we have an 18:1 student to faculty ratio. So basically what this means is that here at K-State, you're not going to be in large lecture halls all 4 years of college. By the time that you're in your junior and your senior level classes, your class sizes are going to go down. I was able to really personalize my experience and connect with my professors, in and outside of the classroom when I had questions about assignments, projects, maybe study materials, and even opportunities outside of the classroom. So there's lots of opportunities for that by the time that you're in your upper level classes. So as I mentioned earlier, we are a Division I school, and we have 16 sports in the Big 12 Conference. But 2 stats that I really love to brag about the most is that we have the #1 highest starting salary in the state of Kansas, and that we have a 97% job placement rate. So Kansas State University does an excellent job of setting students up for success after they graduate. And one way they do that is by hosting the largest career fair in the Big 12 Conference, where we'll bring hundreds of employers from all types of industries to recruit our students for summer internships during their undergrad and jobs after they graduate. But going into more of the resources that we have here, so unfortunately we don't offer student fly-in or offer funds to travel to visit, but we do offer virtual tours. So you can go to k-state.edu/visit to schedule your virtual tour here on campus. But in lieu of those virtual resources, we do offer material mailing. We are connected to the Rural Professional Development Schools Network, which is a network that addresses the needs of rural schools, and sometimes they'll provide them with opportunities such as grants. But in addition to that, we do have programs such as Walkout Warm-Up, which allows incoming freshmen to get adjusted to campus before classes actually begin. We do have an Explore Your Options tab for all of our open option students. on our KSU Academics website, and that can help you explore majors and careers. And lastly, we do have a K-State First, which offers support to first-year students. So one of their main goals is to really help with the transition to college. So now that I've gone over some of our resources here on campus, I'm going to turn it over to Kelsey to share more of the student experience with you. So let me change my screen.
So like Antonio mentioned before, my name is Kelsey Corrigan, and I actually came from a small town before coming to K-State. So one thing that I really loved about K-State is it was big enough that I had enough opportunities to dive in my first semester, but it still had that small town feel and kind of that family aspect, which kind of leads me to my point that K-State kind of has a tagline, and we call ourselves the K-State family. So it actually started a while back when we hired our Bill Snyder, our football coach. He loved Manhattan. He loved the K-State community, and that played a big factor in how long he stayed and coached at K-State. And they actually wanted to name the football stadium after him, but he would only allow that if they put family after his name. So now our football stadium is called Bill Snyder Family Stadium, and we hold this flag before all of our football and basketball games, and it's something that actually means a lot to K-State. So for me, I really felt that family aspect growing up. I was a K-State fan. I came to different sporting events, came up here just to eat dinner in the Manhattan community. But I really felt that family aspect when I stepped on campus on a whole nother level. Being on campus, either as a visitor or as a student, I really felt like everyone here truly loved being at K-State, and it was part of a close-knit community. During that first month of classes, I really felt like I was a part of that K-State family already, just because everyone is so friendly. I'd be walking to class and people would wave to me, even if we just lived on the same residence hall, or if we had class together, or maybe I ate dinner with them in the dining center. So everyone's really friendly, and it was easy for me to transition into K-State, kind of having that family atmosphere. One thing that made me laugh, when I was an undergraduate student, I gave campus tours, and there was one student that asked me after the tour if we planted students around campus that would be wearing purple and would say hi to tour groups. And in the moment, it really made me laugh because we absolutely don't do that. But it really just kind of attests to how much students love seeing visitors and want other people to join our K-State family, and how much students love K-State. So you can walk around campus or just the Manhattan community, and you'll see someone in purple almost like it's game day every day. So there's a really good relationship between the community and K-State, and it all really ties into that family atmosphere that we really strive for here at K-State. So transitioning into how you can become a part of our K-State family with admissions, we do have our application both on the Common App and our institutional website. So if you are looking at a bunch of different colleges, the Common App is going to be a good place to apply. But if you're looking at K-State, our institutional app only takes about 15 to 20 minutes, and there's no essays required or anything, so that's something that you guys can get filled out pretty quickly just through our direct institutional application. We do have rolling admissions, but we do have a December 1st priority deadline for students that wish to be considered for our scholarships. So you might want to have your application in by December 1st. That way you can be eligible for those scholarships. So we do not require an ACT or SAT for admissions. However, we do still require that for scholarship eligibility. So we do recognize that there have been a lot of canceled dates for those tests. So we are accepting those test scores through December. So go ahead and get your application in by December 1st, and then send us that December test after you're done with that one. That way we can get you eligible for admissions and for scholarships. We do have application fee waivers available for students who meet those criteria. So when you're filling out your application, contact your admissions representative and they can get you that link and make sure that that fee is waived for you. We do have both need-based and merit-based scholarships. So that December 1st priority deadline is going to be our merit-based. So those are just going to be based on SAT, ACT, and your GPA. So that's something you'll want to get in. Easy way to qualify for that. And then we also do have our K-State Scholarship Network application that's going to be due later in the spring. So it's a lot of questions, and you just check what applies to you. And that's where you can qualify for your major specific scholarships as well as like our alumni association has some through there. So you'll put like what major you're in. Did you have a parent or grandparent that attended K-State? And it's super fast, but that's a spring deadline that you'll also want to look forward to. We currently do not have a deposit, enrollment deposit, but we do have students that pay other fees for orientation and enrollment or that housing application as well. So then diving in just to kind of what makes K-State different and why should you join K-State family. So we are a predominantly undergraduate campus. So Antonio mentioned earlier that we do have a population of about 22,000. However, just about 17,000 of those students are undergraduate students. So you're able to dive right in your first semester, especially with undergraduate research. That's something that I never realized that I could dive into so early. So a lot of students kind of in those rural areas might already be doing some sort of research that you can continue throughout your first semester at K-State. And that's a great opportunity to get connected with different students in your same area, as well as professors, and really dive into what you want to do and continue that through your first few semesters at K-State. Something that's different from K-State as well, we do offer free tutoring to all students. So I know for me, coming from a smaller town, I didn't really need a tutor because I always felt comfortable asking my teacher for questions or for help. They were always willing to help. Going to a big university, it was a lot easier for me just to sign up for a tutor, and it's going to be peer-led. So it's another student who's already taken the course and gotten an A that can really help you with study tips, knows their information, and can really just help you throughout the course of that class that you're in. So for me, it was also a good way to kind of transition because I wasn't going to be in class from 8 o'clock till 3 like I was used to. So it was a good way for me to kind of form study habits and form a time to just sit down, work on my homework, and get that extra help if I need it as well. We do also have a writing center on campus. So I know I always hated English classes in high school, and it didn't get any easier in college. So at the writing center, they're able to help students through any step of the writing process that they're stuck at, whether you need help brainstorming topics or you just need a second set of eyes to proofread, give you some feedback on your work. They're always there, and I know that was a lifesaver for me through my English courses at K-State, just because I wasn't a strong writer, but I had resources on campus that allowed me to succeed in those classes as well. Another thing that K-State has that really helps first-year students transition are counseling sessions that are totally free to students that are at our health center here on campus. So that's also another nice resource to know that, hey, there's someone that's going to help you, and it's free of charge to students as well. And one other thing that I want to mention that K-State has on campus that Antonio just kind of touched on earlier is K-State First. So that's a program that has different class options for first-year students that maybe don't want to get thrown into a larger lecture right away. So for me, I came from a small town, like I've mentioned, so that 29 class size kind of scared me. So I did a first-year seminar through K-State First. So I took it with an American literature class. So instead of being in a class with 80 students, I was in a class with 14, which really allowed me to connect with that professor my first semester, as well as meet new people and have in-class discussions and just kind of have that small class feel that I really wanted in my transition to college. And it was kind of nice because I had a lot of classes with those students later on in my K-State career, and I knew them from this class, and we had those in-depth conversations and discussions in class as well. One thing that I love about K-State that really stands out is it's always a sea of purple. Like I mentioned before, it's game day every day at K-State. Students really love being on campus. And this picture here is actually taken at Bill Snyder Family Stadium. So there's a lot of school pride and a lot of different places that you can find your place here on campus. So kind of wrapping up, that's all that we have today. One website that I do want to put on your guys' radar is this admissions rep one. So Antonio and I are two of the admissions rep, but we have admissions rep in all different regions of the country. So go ahead and find who you can connect with, and they can help you through your application or get that fee waived. Anything that you might have questions throughout the college search process, we're here to help you guys.
Yeah, we're looking forward to getting connected with all you guys in the near future. So like Kelsey said, here's all of our contact information. So yeah, just reach out to us. We're ready to help. And most importantly, go Cats.
Thank you guys.